Top 8 Best Super Sports Cars 2022. We are living through a high period for the super sports car. Never before has there been such a varied and exotic mix of offerings available within this swollen niche of the performance car market, each car with its own blend of quality and mechanical subtleties.
To stay up to date with our latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video.
Number 1. Ferrari Roma. The Roma is a new mold of more affordable Ferrari that feels very much like an old one. The classically beautiful V8 powered front-engined 2+2-seater coupe shares its platform with the Portofino, but has looks and handling appeal way beyond the reach of the convertible relation. It is perhaps most like Maranello's popular 550 Maranello of the late 1990s in spirit, although not mechanically in every way. A compact, temptingly attainable, daily usable sporting GT, which also ranks highly in our Super GT Top 10, by the way, with the performance, excitement factor and handling vivacity of a proper Ferrari, but a cabin and character you could really put miles on. Number 2. Porsche 911 Turbo S. Porsche's brutally fast, incomparably usable four-wheel drive performance icon is back for the 992 generation and once again ranks as one of the quickest point-to-point car on the planet. Four-wheel drive and new twin turbocharged engine tuned to 641 bph contrived to deliver a 2.6 second 062 mph time and a top speed comfortably north of 200 mph. And as with other Porsche 911s in the current range, you can also expect a first-class cabin with tangible luxury allure and the degree of under-the-radar subtlety absent from some of the more extrovert cars on this list. Number 3. Aston Martin Vantage. Aston Martins took a giant leap into true blue driver's car territory with the new Vantage. Never before had Gaydon departed so clearly from its traditional preference for fairly laid-back, long-legged, old-school front-engined GT sports cars than it did here. So much about the new Vantage, from its first-order performance level to its tight, tenacious body control to its impressively advanced driveline specification and its on-track composure, handling precision and staying power, tells you loud and clear that it's ready to transform Aston into a firm that can be taken seriously by real petrolheads. People who've stuck to their Porsche GT3s and upper-level BMW M cars like the BMW M5. Number 4. Aston Martin DB11 V8. The Aston Martin DB11 V8 is the bigger brother of the Vantage. The V8 is the entry-level version and the one that most qualifies for the car for consideration as an out-and-out driver's car. And by making the top half of this list, you can take it that it qualifies pretty well. It isn't the most refined car in its class, with tire roar and some rustling of air passing over the base of a pillar. Cabin ambience is old school luxurious, with brocade leather in abundance if you want it. In some ways, the car's interior isn't as technologically impressive as perhaps it ought to be, nor all of its fitting quite as materially solid of feel, but it impresses all the same. Number 5. Honda NSX. Honda has managed to deploy world-class powertrain technology with a superb lightness of touch here. It has used unconventional means to refine and enhance, rather than reinvent, the conventional mid-engine driver's car, and it has produced a very rare breed of exotic as a result. One that doesn't shout about its potential or impose itself on your senses, but is instead a very mature and complete driver's car, and has multifaceted appeal whatever your prevailing speed and journey. Despite updates introduced in 2019, which along with the bright orange paint job included detailed chassis tweaks and recalibration for the adaptive damping, steering and four-wheel drive, it could still be better equipped, nicer to travel in and a touch more luridly exciting at times. The car's weight and its tendency to run short on outright power at really big speeds make it less impressive on track than it might be. Number 6. Audi R8 V10. The Audi R8's technical relation to the company's motorsport efforts is clear. The car is a visceral, singular tribute to power and performance, noise and revs, grip and traction. It's hugely exciting to drive, although not quite as rounded, communicative or engaging as the very best super sports cars. When we first drove the latest R8, we felt it had lost some of the old car's character, trading it for a more digital form. However, with the introduction of the R8 RWD, which unsurprisingly drops its freight-driven axle, a good helping of that character has been restored. Number 7. MercedesAMG GT. With the space frame underbody structure of a supercar, an engine from a muscle salon, suspension tuned to maximum attack on the track, and yet the practicality and luxury feel of an elegant coupe or roadster, the GT is an even more bewildering addition to the sports car world than the Mercedes-Benz SLS was. Back to the top, a Falterback introduced the more hardcore R version of the car in 2017, as its ambition to make inroads into the market of near-neighbor Porsche's GT car clientele grew. The first version upped power to 577 bhp, which remains where it rests. Number 8. Chevrolet Corvette C8. For its latest iteration, the Corvette has gone mid-engined. Yes, quite a development. That, but not, as it turns out, something anyone should be having serious misgivings about. For around £75,000 in the UK, the C8 offers a 475 bhp naturally aspirated V8. An interesting and dramatic cabin and genuinely well-honed mid-engine dynamics. It's not as precise or feelsome as the now discontinued McLaren 570S and doesn't generate the same poise or accuracy as an Audi R8 or 911 Turbo. But there's meat on the bone here for people who love the engage with the process of driving and a level of polish many won't be expecting.